Long after our veterans leave front lines, the battle still looms in their lives. Many continue to battle PTSD brought on by traumatic events they have witnessed while serving our country. Today I'm speaking on helping our veterans with their continuous battle as they have selfishly fought for us by allowing them to receive medical marijuana from veteran affairs facilities if they so choose the treatment. Because this is a controversial topic, I have conducted extensive research on the matters that we could examine scientific facts. Despite proven medicinal properties and negative perceptions of marijuana by many in the public, veterans could greatly benefit with their daily struggle with PTSD by excessive marijuana. I will prove that medical marijuana should be legalized for veterans with PTSD from the VA, as I will tell you the need for change, my solution, and how society will benefit from it. We will start with the need of a change of current policies. According to H.S. Levin et al. Of Military Medicine 2015, many vets continue to struggle and suffer from psychological ailments from their service. Our service to our country and medical marijuana is a viable treatment that the Veterans Affairs doesn't offer. PTSD is a trauma-based neurological disorder that can persist for years after deployment, and symptoms can worsen over time. Highly stressful combat theaters, multiple deployments, and the length of these deployments likely contribute to the elevated prevalence of PTSD. Mr. Smith et al. Of HelpGuide.org in May of 2015 wrote that symptoms include reliving and intrusive reminders of the traumatic experience, nightmares, extreme avoidance of things that remind of the traumatic event, negative changes in thought and moods, being on guard all the time, paranoia, emotionally reactiveness, and neurological effects such as memory and attention problems. Medical marijuana can be used to treat anxiety and adverse memories such as those found in PTSD. Medical marijuana affects the cannabinoid system, which is highly related to memory, specifically to memory extinction. Memory is the normal healthy process. Memory extinction is the normal healthy process for removing associations from stimuli. By aiding in memory extinction, medical marijuana can help veterans reduce their association between stimuli and traumatic situations in their past, according to Mr. McCollum of Veterans for medicalmarijuana.org in June 2010. Moving forward, we'll now talk about the satisfaction. The solution is to challenge the pharmaceutical lobbyist status quo and to change the Veteran Affairs healthcare system. Big pharmaceutical lobbyists need to be restricted from Washington. It is not a surprise that many pharmaceutical manufacturers lobby for large contracts to supply the VA for large profits. We need to disallow pharmaceutical companies from lobbying politicians concerning the Veterans Affairs Association. Veterans should have a choice in their medications, not what a politician wants based on him or her selling out to big pharmaceutical companies. Secondly, changes are needed at the Veteran Affairs healthcare system. According to Mr. Ross of IB Times in May 2015, the U.S. House of Representatives voted in 2013 and 2010 on April 30th of this year against an amendment that would have allowed Veterans Affairs doctors to discuss medical marijuana with their patients suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. The VA has been charged with caring for our veterans. They cannot complete their mission if they cannot provide the best treatment. The solution is for our government to allow the prescription of distribution in friendly states and prescription and decriminalization for vets in prohibitionist states so that our veterans will receive the medication they need and deserve. Lastly, we will talk about the visualization of the solution. We have a responsibility to our veterans. The government would save money by prescribing medical marijuana instead of supplying pills. Medical marijuana is a weed that uses natural resources to grow, opposed to pills that must cover the cost of manufacturing, research and development, and large profits. Another plus is that black markets for marijuana would lose strength, meaning less crime and trafficking, and allowing police to concentrate on real crimes. Allowing the VA to prescribe would ease the pain of our veterans. According to Mr. Zorin of USA Today in January 2014, the Army has struggled with suicide among veterans than all other branches during the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Veterans ages 18 to 24 enrolled in the VA's health program killed themselves at a rate of 46 per 100,000 in 2009 and 80 per 100,000 in 2012, and a record rate for the Army that year of 30 per 100,000. Medical marijuana could be a means for those soldiers as a viable treatment that could lower suicide rates. We owe it to our veterans to allow them to be able to receive medical marijuana from VA facilities to help them with their daily struggle with PTSD. I challenge you to visit veteransformedicalmarijuana.org to experience what PTSD does to our veterans and why medical marijuana is a valid relief from these symptoms. Challenge the status quo. Contact your representatives to demand that VA centers gain the authority to prescribe and distribute medical marijuana in friendly states and prescribe and decriminalize in prohibition states for veterans with PTSD. Pharmaceutical companies should not have a monopoly in treatment when it comes to our veterans. In conclusion, our veterans made the ultimate choice to serve and protect our country, so it's only right that they may choose to have medical marijuana as a treatment option. Thank you.